Easily I forget. Easily I forget. Well, hello there. It's your girl Skylise J, and I am back with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Love to have you here. On my channel, we're all about leveling up mentally, physically, and spiritually. So if that is something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit subscribe because you're gonna love it here. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, homegirl. Love to have you here. You already know what it is. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So today's video is all about trusting yourself.
All trust.
Regaining that trust back in yourself that you once had and that you've lost over time because of the path that life has taken you down. Oftentimes we go through things and we experience things in life, and we go through seasons in life, and we go through trials and we go through tribulations. Hold on. Why y'all ain't tell me I ain't put no lip gloss on? I just had deja vu. Wow, okay. I like that. That means I'm supposed to be here. Okay. Anyway, so we all go through trials and tribulations and ups and downs on this journey called life, okay? You might get to a certain point where you don't trust yourself to make certain decisions because of where your decisions have led you in the past. And I'm just here to tell you how you can regain that trust, okay? First things first, to regaining trust in yourself, and this might sound like a cliche, but you need to relax, okay? You need to relax. Take it easy. I know you want to feel special and all, but you're not the only one that's going through stuff, okay? Everybody goes through things. Nobody is perfect. Nobody 100% makes the best decisions in life. So you need to relax and realize that it's all a part of the game, okay? Charge it to the game. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Be easy on yourself. That self-talk, that negative person in your head that's always saying, got something negative to say, truthfully, your inner thoughts, they're there to protect you, okay? Think of it as that protective friend that is always skeptical about everything. That friend that's always like, girl, I don't know, are you sure? Because, you know, I saw on the news that da-da-da-da, and I knew somebody that once did that and it didn't work out for them. That's what your inner thoughts are, okay? So realize that you need to just shut out your inner thoughts and relax, all right? Now, I know you're probably like, well, Sky, how do I relax? Like, do I go get my feet done? Do I go get a massage? No. What I mean by relax is, I mean, live in the present moment. There's no better moment than now. This is your moment right here in this exact moment. This is the only moment that exists. What's already happened before is no longer happening. What's going to happen hasn't happened yet. The only thing that's happening is this moment. So stop looking at your past and stop looking at your future as something that's happening to you, because it's not. Your past has already happened and your future doesn't exist yet. So the only thing that's happening is this here moment in the present, okay? So relax. I'm hungry, okay? That's what's happening right now, okay? But anywho, I'm on this intermittent fasting. Unintentionally, I just never really eat until later in the day. So my stomach, if you hear my stomach growling again, just know that after I'm done doing this, y'all is more important than feeding my belly, okay? My belly can miss a few meals, so don't worry about me, child, okay? The moment is now. Okay, there's no other better moment than the present moment that we're in right now. So that is the first thing that you need to realize when you're trying to regain your trust in yourself. Okay, once you've realized that you need to relax, the next thing that you need to do is, when it comes to your past, you need to realize that you have collected enough data. What do I mean by that? In order to trust the decisions that you make, okay, you have to look at the decisions that you have already made, all right? Because everything in life is a lesson. To get the most out of life, you have to realize that no interaction, no moments, nothing like that was a waste. There is no such thing as a waste of time. Everything is a teachable, learnable, pivotable moment. So, with that being said, when it comes to your past decisions, you have to realize that that's data that you have collected, okay? Everybody's life is different. So, in your life, the decisions that you have made took you to a certain point in life. Your actions had a certain result that came from it, okay? So when you find yourself in that similar predicament in the present, realize if you had a certain outcome that you did not like from that certain decision that you made before, don't repeat it again, okay? Do something differently. Don't do the same exact thing that you did before, because that's data that you've already collected. For instance, I am notorious for spinning the block. You know, you could call me a hamster wheel, because one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin it, flip it, and reverse it. So I'm notorious for spinning the block, all right? And one thing I had to come to realize is that I've collected enough data. I haven't went back and rekindled so many old flames so many times, yet I'm still single. So when it comes to that department of rekindling old flames, spinning the block, going back to exes, you know, doing all that stuff, I've collected enough data to know that that does not work for me. So the next time somebody send me a "hey stranger" text, I can simply ignore them and feel peaceful about it. Because every single time I've tried to go back to something that I've already done been there, then had and seen, then collected data on, it never works out. So that is something that I have collected enough data on that I don't need to keep researching in that department. Ultimately, you have to learn how to analyze the data that you already collected. Because, you know, I got to a point where I didn't really trust my decisions. So the last long-term relationship that I was in that relationship for 3 years, okay? In that relationship for 3 years, and, you know, we broke up a couple times, got back together within those 3 years. And the very last time that we broke up, out of all the times that we broke up, that last time that we broke up, I was feeling it. I was feeling it real bad, okay? Like, I was going through it, okay? That's ultimately what started this healing journey that I'm on, because I ain't never been that upset before, okay? I don't know what it was. And, well, I do know what it was. Now that I'm looking back in time, I'm realizing that served a purpose, because like I said earlier, nothing is a waste of time. So those feelings that I felt served a purpose, because it woke up something inside of me. Because before that, I was just going from relationship to relationship, back and forth, forward, flipping, reverse it, in each and every direction. Okay, I was just like, oh my God, I'm single. Oh my God, okay, you come here. We go together. Oh my God, I'm single. Oh my God, you come here. We go together. You know, like doing the most. Okay, and once that happened, I was in an emotional wreck. I was in shambles over that. Even though I was the one who ended it, I was in shambles over that situation, that was the beginning of my spiritual awakening. Because all before that, I was running. Because I felt like I can't go on a spiritual journey if I'm over here fornicating. I can't go on a spiritual journey if I'm smoking weed every day. I can't go on a spiritual journey if I'm turning up, having a good time with my boo, if you know what I mean. So, I wouldn't have been able to go on my spiritual journey if I continue to be consumed by another person. In all of these relationships I've been in, it's never been a spiritual connection. It was all just lust and just having a good time. Okay? So, no relationship that I have been in to this day, I've ever had a spiritual connection where we can pray together. We can talk about God together. We can really connect on a deeper level. And the thing about it is that when you are in a relationship that it seems like there's nothing wrong with it, but you still feel an unsettling feeling in your gut, it's for a reason. You don't know what it is, but it's for a reason. Okay? So when this relationship ended, I was very, very emotional about it. I was upset. I was crying every 2 minutes. It was all I talked about. If my friends, they know at that time I was talking about, I remember I had went to the beach with one of my friends for a weekend. We took our kids to the beach, and for that whole 48 hours, for 48 hours straight, I was talking about my ex. I know she was like, girl, if you don't shut the hell up. 48 hours straight, I was talking about that ninja. Okay. I knew she was sick of me because I really talked about him the whole entire time. I was really in my feelings. But I needed that. I needed that time because that time was the beginning of getting back to myself. Okay? And I say all that to say that when we first broke up, I tried to spin the block because I did not trust in the decision that I had made. Because I went from being with somebody 24/7 to being alone 24/7. So it was like a culture shock. So I didn't trust my decision that I made. I thought that I was tripping. I thought I was overreacting. But in reality, if I would have just lived in the moment and just would have soaked up that moment for what it was, I would have realized that I was right where I was supposed to be. And to trust what's happening in the present moment. Trust your decisions, okay? Once a moment has passed, you cannot go back to it, okay? And I really think that it ties into fear of the unknown when it comes to trusting your decisions. But at the end of the day, I had collected enough data. If I would have realized that I collected enough data that every time that, I get into a relationship with somebody based on lust, based on surface level things, without having that deep connection that I needed, without being in my purpose, without knowing myself, if I would have realized that data that I had already known, if I would have realized that at the time, then I wouldn't have kept putting myself in them same cycles over and over and over again. So, like I said, you have to realize that you have built and collected enough data in order to trust your decisions and gain that trust back. So, another thing that ties into that, like I said, you have to live in the present moment. And to live in the present moment, you have to stop fighting against it. Stop fighting against the present moment, okay? What I mean by that is it can be something as simple as you're laying in the bed, scrolling on TikTok, and you become thirsty. But you are so busy scrolling on TikTok your finger just keeps scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. In the back of your mind, you know you thirsty, your throat dries, I don't know what, but you just can't bring yourself to put your phone down and go get something to drink. That is literally fighting against the present moment. Whatever you are feeling, whatever you need in the present moment, you should act on it, because you're fighting against the present moment when you constantly ignore those urges that you're getting. Okay. And I'm not talking about urges like, let me go text my ex, or, let me go curse somebody out that just pissed me off. Nothing like that. Not no urge like that. It's simple things. Okay. It's simple things. For instance, lately I've been, being more consistent with my YouTube channel. Okay. Being more consistent with my YouTube channel. When I get that urge to make a video, I get my behind up and I go put some makeup on and get dressed and I make a video. I don't say, oh, I'm gonna do it later, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I don't procrastinate when I get these urges, because you never know where that present moment might take you. Okay, a lot of people pray to God and ask God for direction and guidance, but when you get those urges to get up and do something, or to go compliment somebody, or to offer to pay for somebody's, groceries at the store, anything, like small things, you might see somebody standing on the side of the road with a sign, and you don't normally give money to them, but today you decided to give them $20 that you had in your wallet, and you never know where that one decision might take you or might take them. So just don't fight the present moment. Just let it flow. Okay? Just let it flow. Don't fight against those urges that you get in the present moment, because you never know where it might take you. Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself so much that you just are able to flow. You have to release that control, because in order to regain the trust that you have in yourself and trust the decisions that you make, you have to release the control of it having a certain outcome. Release the control. Okay? Especially as a woman, when you are so fixated on a certain outcome, it makes you controlling. It puts you in your masculine energy. And when you're in your masculine energy, you're not able to be creative. You're not able to flow. You're not able to be at ease. You're constantly in problem solving mode. And when you're constantly in problem solving mode, then you're constantly creating problems that don't necessarily exist, because you feel like there's something you need to solve. In reality, you just need to flow. Okay, so release the control that you have over the outcome of every little action that you do. Simply just do something because you just want to do it. Not because you want a certain outcome from it, just because you find joy in what you're doing in the present moment. Do not program your mind to be in a state of opposition all the time. Because when you fight against the present moment and you don't let things flow, and you have to have control over everything, your mind is programmed to oppose and be on the defense of everything that's going on. So you're rejecting things that could be beneficial to you. So don't program your mind to be in a state of opposition all the time, because you're focused on a certain outcome. So anything that doesn't have that certain outcome, you reject it. Just let things flow, because you never know where it might lead you. You never know the how or the what or the when. Stuff just happens. The best blessings in life come unexpectedly. How many times have you heard about somebody meeting their husband in Walmart? How many times have you heard about somebody, commenting under a post on social media, and their husband saw their comment and DM'd them, slid in the DMs from them commenting on somebody's random post? The biggest blessings in life come from things that are unexpected. How many times have you heard of somebody, they went through a breakup, so they decide to make a song about it, and the song goes viral, and now they're a signed recording artist? How many times? So the biggest blessings in life come from something that is unexpected, something that you are not trying to control. Because one thing about God is that He knows, He can see 1,000 steps ahead. We cannot. Stop trying to be God in your life. Stop trying to be everything, everywhere, all at once. Let the present moment just flow. And another thing I want to say when it comes to trusting your decisions, stop thinking that when you make a decision that you're self-sabotaging. Because if you have a feeling in your gut that you just cannot shake to save your life, that gut feeling that you just cannot get rid of, don't think of that gut feeling as you self-sabotaging or you being in your head. Okay? Take that feeling for what it is. Because anything that's meant for you, okay, you're not going to have doubts about it. Okay? Ultimately, you're going to feel like this is for you. It might be new to you, so you have to like get to learn it and get to know it. But you wouldn't feel doubtful about it, okay? You wouldn't feel, you wouldn't have that gut feeling, okay? I don't know how else to put it. You wouldn't have that gut feeling. For instance, like I was saying earlier, when I had ended that relationship and I was really upset, because of the fact that I was so upset, I thought that maybe I made a wrong decision, and I felt like I always sabotage relationships that I have, or I always, mess stuff up when it's nothing wrong. I try to fix things that don't need to be broken, okay? But in the whole grand scheme of things, in actuality, I was just trusting my gut because there were conversations that were had in rooms that I didn't hear. There were things that were done behind my back that I didn't see. So that gut feeling that you have, I say go with it, because at the end of the day, if you don't feel safe in a situation, if that gut feeling is like, I don't feel safe here, this is just not sitting right with me, chances are it's not for you. And it's okay. You don't have to look at it as self-sabotaging, because you have to be open to the thought that there is something better out there. There is something that will not have me feeling this way constantly, So at the end of the day, you just have to trust that whatever you're feeling in this present moment is valid, and you have to just roll with it. Let it flow. Okay, don't think about what the outcome is. Don't try to have control. Don't be fixated on the end result. Just be fixated on what you can do in this moment to contribute to whatever the end result might be or could be. Okay? So, that's all I have for today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and like it, because it's free and it costs nothing to you. And we all love free stuff. So go ahead and hit that like button for free, girl. Come get you a like for free. All right. And if you're new here, you've been watching a couple of my videos, go ahead and subscribe, because clearly you love it here. And I love having you here. So, that's it for today's video. And I really hope that this helped bring clarity to at least one of you all's life. And I will catch you next time. Love you guys.